Hey, good afternoon, future Chinook students. Thank you for joining us. I think we just kind of looked and we've got actually quite a few of you who are here with us today. My name is Mr. White and I am the principal of Chinook Middle School. And we are so excited about you joining us next year. It's as crazy as this spring has been, we're really looking forward to, hopefully something different in the fall. And we know that the transition from elementary to middle school was big. Some of you may have some older brothers and sisters who've already done this and you kind of know what to expect. For some of you, this is like your first time. You may be the first student in your family making this transition. And I just, probably the biggest thing that I can say is as big as this may feel, you've got a bunch of people at the school who are in your corner. We're supporting you. We're cheering for you. We want you to be successful. You're going to make a lot of new friends. You're going to learn a lot in your classes, and you're going to have a lot of really great fun experiences. So today is just about giving a little bit of information about the school. So if you were with us and you joined us maybe back in January when we did some tours of the school, that's great. If not, we'll do like a little bit of a virtual tour. You're going to hear from some teachers. You're going to hear some common questions answered by some current students at Chinook. And so this is just to hopefully before summer give you a little bit more information so that as you go on you have your break and you have your vacation, you can begin to really just to think and visualize what it will be like. So with that, I'm going to do a couple introductions, and I'd first like to introduce Ms. Kathy Myers, who's one of our assistant principals, and then you'll hear from Mr. Jason Clark, who's our other assistant principal.
Hi, I should say fifth graders coming up to sixth grade, but you'll be officially sixth graders in about another week. So that's super exciting. I'm Miss Myers. I'm one of the assistant principals up at Chinook. And I don't want you to hesitate to reach out to me and talk to me about anything that's going on with you when you start next year. And even though I'm not the sixth grade AP, I am happy to talk to you about any issue, and I can probably find the right person to help you out with anything. My whole career has been in middle school. I love middle school. I was a sixth grade teacher for many, many, many years and loved being a sixth grade teacher. And it's just such an exciting time. So I hope that you're as excited as we are to see you. This is your first year in secondary. So you're finishing your elementary years and you're going into secondary. So this is kind of like the middle point of your schooling. And after sixth grade, you'll be closer to high school graduation than you are to kindergarten. So how the time flies. The next person to speak is going to be Mr. Clark, and he is your fabulous sixth grade administrator.
Hi, incoming sixth graders. My name's Jason Clark. I am the, I will be the sixth grade administrator for you all next year, meaning that you can come to me with anything that's going on, any problems you have, grades, anything that's going on out there. I'm there to help you out. I spent my entire career at elementary, and I used to be a fifth grade teacher. So I know the feelings that you're all feeling. Some of you were excited, some of you were scared, some of you were worried. Some of you were sad you're leaving elementary school, but as I graduated up to middle school this year, I found that it was an awesome experience. Chinook is such a great place. There are great activities and sports and clubs, and it's just a really special place to be. So I am excited for you all to have the opportunity to join us next year at Chinook. I'm sure this year's been a little bit different being at home for the last quarter, and hopefully we can return to some sense of normalcy in the fall as you begin your career in middle school. So as Mr. White said, we're going to go through a series of different videos after I jump off here in a second, and they are just to give you some information about what Chinook is like. So you'll see kind of what the school's like, and as Mr. White said, you'll hear from some different teachers and from some of the current sixth grade students sharing about their experience at Chinook. As we move on into the summer and into the fall, if you end up having questions in your family, you want to reach out, feel free. We will do our best to communicate as much as we can, and we'll also be having some events at the beginning of the school year to help you get acquainted more with Chinook. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off here in a second, and I'm going to get these videos queued up for you, and hopefully this will be some good information for you as you prepare to come to Chinook. So good to see you all. Okay, so that was just a quick tour of Chinook, and you saw most of the parts of Chinook that you will see next year. And next, I'm going to share with you a teacher video.
Hi kids, this is Miss Ponder, one of the 6th grade language arts teachers at Chinook. Some of you will have me next fall, whether it's online or in the classroom. We don't know that yet, so it's something to look forward to, something to prepare for. Even though it's June, we can start preparing for what's going to happen next fall. Please be open-minded. That's one thing that's very important in our learning process. Open and accepting of new ideas and new strategies, new people, new teachers, new ways of learning. So, some of the things that I'd like to talk about are some study habits, some challenges, and of course, the opportunity to make numerous new friends. First off, for study habits in 6th grade, one way to organize your time is to use a planner. This will help you identify when you have homework, for what teacher, what the due dates are, and also how to prepare for future quizzes or tests, or even large projects. And you can do this with either using a paper planner or even electronic sticky notes. So organizing your time by using a planner or calendar is a good thing. Another thing that is a good habit to have is just having all of your materials ready to get started, whether it's at home or at school. So computers charged, pens and pencils, paper, those are the things that we need in learning, and it's important to have. Challenges we'll have will be for all of us. What's going to happen if? What's going to happen if? Well, we can't answer all those questions, but we will let you know and we will help you if it happens. So it's always good to be informed. Listen to your teachers, listen to your parents, listen to district leaders, because by listening, they will answer questions and help calm any nerves or fears. Asking for help is something that you're going to have to practice with all of your teachers, whether it's for technology, class content, even understanding a question or a problem. And we can do that on computer or in class. You'll have many opportunities because we're here to help you. You're also going to be making lots of new friends from lots of different schools, even new friends from different cities, states, even countries. That's one great thing about Chinook, is that we have such a wide variety of cultures and languages that we can learn from. So I hope that you are open to meeting new people, open to working with new boys and girls in our classes, being prepared for 7 teachers, 7 classes. It's a new and exciting year. We're here to help you make it a new and exciting year, no matter what happens in our future. Because whether we're learning from home, on computers, or at school on computers, we're here for you. I look forward to seeing you hopefully in the fall. If you're not in my class, I will still be around Chinook to say hello and to welcome you. Bye.
Okay, and next up, you will hear from 4 of our current 6th grade students.
Hey everyone, welcome to Chinook Middle School. My name is Alvaro Maria and I'm currently in 6th grade this year. I hope our new Kodiaks love the school and the great memories that will come in the future at Chinook. Something I really enjoyed this year was the school play. This year we did Frozen Junior. Sadly, we weren't able to perform this year, but the theater experience was incredible. Every day after school, we would meet up on the big stage and rehearse, sing, and play around as our characters. Something that surprised me this year was the ease of switching gears from one class to 7. I know so many people who freaked out over going to middle school. Even I was one of those people when I first came to Chinook. Teachers, counselors, and the other older kids, the 7th and 8th graders, will help you have a smooth transition to the next chapter of your lives. Here are some tips to survive 6th grade. 1. Avoid trouble. 2. Choose your friends wisely. 3. Keep track of assignments by making a planner or using the school's planner. 4. Join clubs to see what you like. And 5. Last but not least, just be yourself. Let's get to some of the most commonly asked questions. 1. Do you get your own laptop, and how much do you use it in your classes? You do get your own laptop, but it's always monitored. Some sites and YouTube videos are blocked so this laptop will only be used for school purposes. During remote learning, you will be using your computer all day. If we get to go back to school, then computers will be used less, but you can still complete classwork and homework on OneNote, which you can access on your computer. 2. What is tutorial and why should I go to tutorial? Tutorial is basically an after-school time where you can clarify things with teachers. You can privately chat with them and get help on homework, classwork, or missing assignments. You can take tests and make up work there. You can go to any class's tutorial as long as you're in the class. You should go to tutorial occasionally so you can make sure that you're on top of things. What do we do if we're missing an assignment or not doing well in class? If you're missing an assignment or not doing well in class, again, you should attend tutorial to clear things up with that teacher. You can check your grades in Synergy and see if you're missing anything or what grades you got on past assignments. And the last question, number 4, how to stay on top of all 7 classes? The key to success is to stay organized. Use the school's planner or make your own to organize what homework you have and when it's due. Also, you should just complete the homework because it will help your grade in the future. Lastly, you should just stay connected with your teachers and always ask for help if you need it. Thank you for your time, and I hope everything turns out smoothly. Bye!
Hi, my name's Andrew Zane from the Chinook Middle School. I'm a 6th grader at Chinook, and I'm going to be a 7th grader later this year. I graduated at Cloudy Hill Elementary School, which is just located next to our door. First thing I'm going to talk about is about something I enjoyed this year. I really enjoyed my first year of Chinook. I had a lot of fun and made many new friends from different elementary schools. I enjoyed all my classes, including the core classes, LA, math, social studies, and science, and 3 elective classes. Great teachers. We have a lot of fun projects. For example, the Global Goal projects in social studies to raise awareness to help the environmental issues. The road trip project, planning project in math, and the CO2 car building project in plant engineer. I also love the out of school camping activities we had in Camp Ricala. Is one of the highlights of the year. We stayed 1 week in Camp Ricala. We walked on the beach and hike on the mountains to learn about the ecosystem and the environment. I love it. For me, I didn't actually enjoy fighting the spiders in our cabinet, but it's a whole new experience for me. My friends and I had a lot of fun. We also have before school and after school activities, including tutorials and clubs. I also love these activities. I attend clubs like badminton, basketball, and the jazz band. The jazz band's really fun. We need to wake up early and do some jazzy music with Mrs. Mangum before the school starts. We also have concerts twice a year. In badminton club, we had competitions activities with other middle schools like Tai, Odo, and the Tillicums. I really enjoy playing with them and making friends from those schools. The second thing is about something that surprised me. One of the things that really surprised me this year was our full-scale gym and PE center. In our gym, we have everything in there, including facilities for basketball, badminton, and volleyball and frisbee. In the PE center, we have all sorts of equipments and machines for fitness practices. Another thing to surprise me is about how much satisfaction I had when I raised my grade. The last surprising thing is the pandemic of the virus. This year, we couldn't go to school because of that. During this remote learning period, I missed going to the classroom, learning and having fun with my teachers and friends. We, however, learned through Microsoft Teams, OneNote, and Amplify, and other online learning tools. I learned a lot of new knowledges during this remote learning period. Third thing is my advice for you as a sixth grader. First advice for you is about self-management. We must better manage our time and our behavior in school. Be focused to learn during the class time. Find a way to remember your classes and assignments. Make sure you have everything you need in the backpack. Don't forget your binder and computer at home. When leaving the house, check your backpack again every morning before you go to the school. Try to finish your assignments earlier and turn them in earlier than the due date. In that way, you will not miss any assignments, and sometimes you can get extra credit in your grade. Another one is attending after-school activities. In our school, we have many clubs, so there should be a club in our school for anything you are interested in. The clubs are fun. It is also a very good chance for you to make friends and learn new skills. For the questions about lunch, here's what I know. For lunch, we have a variety of good to choose from. We often have pizzas, burgers, and fries, vegetables, and fruits, and sometimes rice, noodles, bagels, hot dogs, tacos, and many others for specials. Paying the lunch and recharging your lunch account are easy, and just like your elementary school, you type in your school ID when paying your lunch. Give the money to the teacher in the cafeteria, and the teacher will help you put the money in your account. You can sit with your friend at lunch as you want, but you choose your calendar every beginning of the month. And if you want to change, you need to do it next month. I'm really sorry, but it is what it is. After lunch, you can go to the gym and play some basketballs, or go to the field to play soccer and football. We also have 2 foosball tables near the cafeteria. You can play them if you want. Phones are allowed before school, after lunch, and after school. During eating lunch, you cannot put out your phone. It is time for eating and chatting with your friends. If you're an ELL student, you may have to use the translator on your phone to check out the vocabularies during the class period. Wish you guys stay healthy at home. Hope you guys have a great time in Chinook. I believe you will, as I do. Bye!
Hello, I'm Ellie Albert, and I'm about to be a 7th grader. Something that I enjoyed this year was having the different experience of all the teachers. You might know how different classrooms can be and how different the teaching ways of each teacher can be. The schedule and the different priorities or the different activities that you do in your classroom for fun. It's just like elementary school from year to year, but you just have 7 teachers all on one day. Something that surprised me this year was obviously COVID-19, but when I was still in school, something that surprised me was how quickly I memorized my schedule. I memorized the way from class to class. I memorized who I walked with from classroom to classroom. Advice I have for you guys when you go back to school, hopefully, is don't be overwhelmed or too lost. Everyone gets lost, on the first few days of school when you don't know the hallways and you don't know the classrooms. I went down the wrong hallway probably for the first few days, and I had to quickly turn around and go back the right way. But I just got used to it, and I eventually didn't do that anymore. You guys will too. There are socials and dances for students to go to. They're just like elementary school socials and dances. They're fun. I would go. They're a lot of fun. There are assemblies. There's not as many as you might have had in elementary school, but we still have them. And the 6th graders sit on the small bleachers, and then the 7th and 8th graders sit on the other side of the gym on the big bleachers. There's more interactive ones and there's more serious ones. It just depends from assembly to assembly. I did participate in a few after-school activities. I did flag football, and we had practices every day. You go to tutorial, and then you go to your activity, and then you can take the activity bus home, or you can get picked up or walk home. They're really fun. It's just a fun activity to do, even if you're not good at. I wasn't good at flag football, but I still played, and it was still a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Ozzy and I will be sharing my knowledge with you so you can do better in 6th grade. Something I enjoyed this year was playing with my friends at extracurricular activities at school and just talking to my teachers and having a good time at school. Something that surprised me this year was how you get freedom to move around, and you have only 4 minutes to get from one class to another. When I was going to start middle school, I was like, how will I get there in 4 minutes? But then I just realized I couldn't. Some advice I have for you guys is that you guys should charge your laptop every day, especially in this situation of the COVID-19. You should also be ready to learn and enjoy with your friends. If you're having trouble with another student, you should talk to your counselors or a trusted adult or your teacher. Counselors are used for basically guiding you through middle school and helping you get through problems emotionally. And you can also do an extra, if you want to go ahead in something, you can use your counselors and ask for guidance from them. How much homework do you get? So it's roughly about 10 to 30 minutes a day. Most of it is from your core classes. Also math, science, LA, and social studies. I would suggest coming to tutorial because mainly you can just get your work done at school and then you don't have to wait and go home and do it, because that gets really boring and you can play outside after you come home if you do your work. Do you get homework for elective classes? Sometimes, actually. You might have to prepare for tests, but it's not as much as core classes, so it's okay to get some homework. It absolutely depends on which electives you have got for the year ahead of you. And thank you.
Hello, future 6th grade students.
My name is Mrs. Erickson, and I'm one of the 6th grade teachers here at Chinook Middle School. From my background, which is a picture of my classroom, you can probably guess that I am a science teacher, and I look forward to having many of you in class this fall when you start at Chinook. It's an exciting time for you as you transition from elementary school to middle school. And one of the biggest changes, of course, is that you're going to have seven periods, so 7 different classes every day. And it's really an exciting change because you get to have electives every day and you get to learn some great things in all of these different classes. So I hope you're excited about that change. My own children and also students that I've had in the past have expressed to me that they are sometimes a little bit nervous about having 7 different classes. And I can understand that. It's a big change and it can seem overwhelming. But I just want to reassure you that there are a lot of supports in place to help you adjust to everything new about middle school. So at the beginning of the year, we will spend a lot of time going through new routines, walking you through different things that will help you to be successful in middle school. So just a quick reassurance that there are a lot of supports in place. And 6th grade teachers, we're here to help you be successful. And so you can always ask if you need if you have a question, or maybe something tricky is coming up that you're trying to figure out, we can help you troubleshoot that. So another thing that I wanted to make sure I speak with you about today is what you can be doing at home to set yourself up for success in middle school. A lot of the choices you make at school, of course, will help you to be successful, but you can also be doing some things at home. And during remote learning, you probably have learned what works well for you as you're studying, what doesn't work very well for you while you're studying. And so be mindful of that as you're thinking through a routine for the fall. And I encourage you to be intentional about setting up a study routine. So thinking about, where's a good study space for me? Do you like to work away from other people in a quiet location, or do you like to be close to other people where you can talk through ideas? So that's my first piece of advice, set up a study space. The second piece of advice is check your classes every day. So when you get home, either make a mental kind of go through this list of each class, what you did and what you need to do. I personally am not very good at doing a mental list, so I like to actually go through the gradebook, the online gradebook, and see if there's any assignments I have, or my OneNote to check to see if there's anything I need to do. So that's my second piece of advice, check your classes every day and then make your to-do list and do it. My third piece of advice, plug in your laptop after you're done with your homework so that it's ready for the next day. And my fourth piece of advice is to get enough sleep. So make sure that you're ready for those early classes the next day. But before you really think about those too much, I encourage you to just have a great summer. So I look forward to meeting you in the fall, and we're excited to have you join us at Chinook. Hello, future 6th grade students.
Okay, well, I hope you all were able to enjoy that, and I hope you're able to get some information about what next year will be like at Chinook. We are so excited to have you at Chinook. We look forward to meeting you all in the fall. I hope you all stay healthy this summer. I hope you're able to enjoy your summer. And again, we look forward to meeting you when we get started again in September. So go Kodiaks and have a good summer.